Hey everyone, welcome back to East Vineland, New Jersey and Kubota Farm. And we are standing behind an Easy Steel Shed from EasySteelSheds.com. If you need a steel shed and you want it easy, contact EasySteelSheds.com. I actually just noticed that giant logo on the back of there when I was running around the farm looking at stuff. I was actually creating a custom field um, from Courseplay. I was playing around a little bit with uh, the newest version of Courseplay. There was an update released today, and now there's an editor included with Courseplay that I haven't messed around with a lot, but it looks pretty slick. And I could definitely see where that's going to come in handy. But we have some different exciting news here on the farm, and in fact, before I kick this off, as usual, my viewers have known me to always forget to start the timer, so I'm going to do that. I like turning off the clock when I stop recording, so you all don't wonder why time's advanced 3 hours unless I've got some work done. And I actually have gotten some work done since the last time we were together. But look what was dropped off on the farm. Oh, this beauty. The Vermeer self-propelled baler. Fred also dropped off the Vermeer 605N round baler. Not sure why he did both, but I guess he wants us to give them both a whirl. And he also was kind enough to bring over this Vermeer windrower. So definitely am looking forward to trying that out too. But the most exciting thing, I think, is this little Hummer right here. This thing, I love this thing. I thought I was gonna like it when it was announced and the DLC was announced, and I went, man, that is worth the money for the DLC. But I'll tell you, I have been playing around with this thing a little bit, and I adore it. I think it is probably it could very well be my favorite piece of equipment in the game. I think I can go on record to say that. I love grass work. I love baling. And this thing is, I don't know if I'll ever go back to a tow behind. And I'm not a round bale fan. And this thing is just absolutely amazing. And Giants did a great job on details as usual. Their modeling is fantastic. It's just fantastic. I I I love the thing. Look at the struts on the front for shock absorbers. Excuse me, it's zero turn. Um, I did find what I think to be a little bit of a bug. Sorry about that. I had to cough a bit. I think I found a little bit of a bug, and I'll show that to you guys. I may have to report this to Giants. I didn't notice it at first, but it became really obvious to me the more I played with this thing. But let's fire it up. Front lights, side lights, brights, excellent. Oh, I just love this thing. I really do. It is just it's just so much fun to, it's fun. It's fun to run. It's a fun baler to run. I also added the, oh boy, I knew I was going to forget the name of it. Bale, it's a, well anyways, it's this. Let's see, Alt B. Bale texture changer. There we go. This is pretty cool. It allows you to change the bale wrap on straw and hay bales. So for 125s, I've got blue and gold. I've got green for 150s. I've got red, white, and blue for 180s. For hay bales, I thought I changed this, but I guess I did not. So blue and gold, we'll just match these up like that. Confirm. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. I think that will save those selections for next time as well. And you'll see those bales when they come out. It's pretty slick. So, yeah, if you haven't had a chance to check out the Vermeer pack, I highly recommend it. It is so much fun. I did end up finishing up our, I think it was sorghum? Yes, our sorghum harvest is complete. Let's take a quick peek at. So we got 17,232 liters of sorghum from that harvest, 16,000 in wheat, almost 17,000 in wheat from this field. But we've got a bunch of straw bales we can pick up now with our new shiny Vermeer. Oh my goodness. Love it. Let's fire it up. Love the belts in the back. It's just fantastic. The pickup roller. What size do we have set? This 125s. We can do better than that. This is straw, so we might as well set them to 180 is kind of my thinking. And yeah, let's do some baling. So hope you're all having a really good week. I am now, because I get to play with the Vermeer pack back on Kubota Farms. So much fun. I think the pickup header too, I think that's wider than the normal pickup. I think it is. It looks to be wider, wouldn't you say, than a normal baler pickup? Oh, I know. I wanted to show you this. So this is kind of the bug I found. So I use a wheel and pedals, and look what happens. So it's sitting still. If I turn my wheel to the left, it reverses. Turn it to the right, it goes forward. Not supposed to do that. And I have messed around quite a bit with settings and made sure, you know, everything I knew to check. And I think it is a bug that I'll have to report to Giants. I'm going to look and see if anybody else is experiencing that bug as well. But this thing is an absolute pleasure to run, and it's zero turn. It's just, oh man, I can't speak highly enough of it. I honestly didn't think I was going to like this thing as much as I do. I don't know that I'd ever go back to a pull behind baler. I don't know. It's going to be tough, you know. I mean, there's just something extremely gratifying about this thing. Zero turn. Yeah. So I'm thinking what we can do is get our straw baled up, and we can head over and fire up our mower and get to mowing. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Running is the Krone Big M, the mower. It kind of reminds me of the joy I get from running. That is about the same as this. I do have the round bale extension mod installed, so it is going to slow down once it gets to, I think, 90%. And it should auto stop, and we can turn on auto, and it should bump it. Yep, gives it a little bump away. I love that. And there's that wrap I was telling you about, the old red, white, and blue wrap for our straw bales. I just like the look. I just think it's something kind of new, you know, something unique. I think if I was a farmer and I had this piece of machinery, I think you'd have a hard time getting me out of it. I think I would wake up in the morning with something to bale on the field and just be like, yeah, haha, this is going to be my day. So I've noticed, and maybe you notice it a little bit here and there too, but I've noticed with 1.7 a little more glitch stuttering in the game than normal, and I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to maybe do a little investigating. For me, it's like it's not going away as away as much as I thought it would. So I don't know really what's going on with that. I've noticed it, and I've gone through. I've done the old shader cache rebuild. Um, I may have to look at my settings, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to check it out. Maybe I'll turn on VSync or something like that. I mean, we do run, you know, solid. We can easily run a solid 60, but it just likes to stutter here and there, like that right there. And I'm not sure what all is going on with that, but I feel like it was not doing that to me before the patch. So probably going to have to figure something out there a little bit. And I don't think it's Shadow Play doing it. I could try OBS, but my understanding is Shadow Play actually, even though people prefer OBS for certain things, Shadow Play is actually a little bit better with CPU usage and stuff, but I love those. I love those bales, and I love the way it kicks those bales out. That's so much fun. But yeah, we can get rid of that frame counter there, but so yeah, we're over hump day and moving on towards the end of the week. It'll be the weekend soon. I know this weekend I am going to be trying to get some recording done, look at some mods. I think there might be a mod minute or two that I want to record. I did record one for Thursday night, so yeah, when this releases Thursday morning, I do have a mod or a mod minute or so that's going to release tonight when you're watching this. I think I have it scheduled for 6 or 7 Eastern time, I forget. But that's on a really cool truck mod that I found. I don't do a whole lot with vehicles in the game. Like, I'm not a big trucks and cars kind of mod person, but I do definitely like seeing really nice ones that are made. And this one I thought was pretty unique, and it happens to be by the same modder that did the Porsche Diesel series pack, and I did a mod minute on that one a couple days ago, and that thing's a beautiful pack. So if you haven't had a chance to check that thing out, that is a gorgeous tractor with a bunch of really nice old school implements. I'm almost wondering if the round bale extension on this thing doesn't make as much sense as it does on a pull behind, maybe to some degree, I'm thinking, but I do like that mod though quite a bit. What do you think about the wrapped bales, the wrapped straw bales? I think they're kind of cool. I do. I like them. I think they add kind of a unique look and feel to the bales, and it doesn't require the what's that twine? Is it the twine and the wrap and twine mod? I think it's called. But yeah, that is as easy as it gets. Right there. Vermeer has won my heart over. I can tell you that much. I know that, you know, for farmers, you know, having all-in-one vehicles like this can be kind of expensive, and you know, because that's really all you do with it. It's, you know, it's a baler. But boy, is it fun! Wow, it is so much fun. I'm just driving it around because it's so much fun. Let's park it. Let's park it over here. We'll get it in the shed. Keep it protected. That zero turn is something else too, I tell ya. That is slick. No, don't do that. Yeah, my wheel just wants to... It just wants to run away from me a little bit on that wheel. So we'll have to see if that's a bug or something going on my end. Man, but she's a nice, really nice piece of equipment. Giants does such a nice job with the modeling and the details of this stuff. It's just super impressive. All right, I think we should move on to getting some mowing since we're in this frame of mind. We've got quite a bit of grass that we can get started on mowing. I thought to get some, start making some cash. We've got this whole field here. And I think this is the field that I created, yeah, a custom course play field on. We could try setting up a course play course, I guess. Let's unfold all this stuff. Now, I forget, does this mower allow for swathing? I don't think it does it? Nope, it does not. Select work mode, though. Oh, it does. Widespreading. Okay. Shoot. What is work mode? I do not have my button box plugged in. And I forget what the key combination is for work mode. Is it control? Is it control Y? Yeah, swath. Left swath, right swath, widespread. Swath dropping. Okay. Well, that kind of eliminates the need for that Vermeer. That kind of eliminates the need for our Vermeer windrower, doesn't it? Let's see. Vermeer. And actually, let's just do this. Where's my Vermeer pack? There it is. That guy right there, he's 8.5 meters. It would be kind of neat to take, why don't we do this? Why don't we swath this bigger field, and maybe we'll use that Vermeer as a test. Really, he just wanted to, Fred wanted us to just give it a shot and just let him get some feedback to him and let him know what we think about it. So maybe we should just let that go. But I was thinking if we, excuse me, if we mow, the other thing we could probably do, actually, just look at that mower setup. Isn't that thing gorgeous? I love that Kubota mower setup. I think that is one of the sharpest looking pieces of equipment right there. Ah, yeah, that black and orange is something else. We could actually get to hopping in our M8 here. And I think, and I don't know if I had plowing. I don't know if I've got... Yep, needs plowing is turned on. All right, let's do this then. Let's kick off, get a hired helper on the plow, so we don't have to do it. Lord knows, plowing is not my bestest favorite thing in the world. So we can get our plow hooked up here. And it's got that side, what are they? I don't know if they call that a side smoothing roller, something like that on there. Do I have a front weight? I do. Okay, good. And we can get a hired worker kicked off on this. I think what we are going to want, because the field kind of goes out a bit up there, doesn't it? Let's see. How does this turn? So it turns... Oh, that's kind of neat. Huh? Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Well, that's a nice animation right there. Ooh, hired worker does not like. You don't like that, huh? What's wrong? Why doesn't it like it? My two. Hmm. Does the hired worker not like? No field found. Well, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Oh, I do have bales still sitting here too, so that's not going to help. Will it find our sorghum field? Let's go see if it'll find our sorghum field. Nope. That's really curious. I don't know if that's because of the implement, the map. It may not like that. We may have to set up we may have to do a course play course then if we're going to get away with having somebody else do the work. So let's create a job. That's interesting. I haven't had that happen. Actually, I was even considering what do you all think about just combining these two fields? Maybe not at the moment, but I think eventually just combining these two fields wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Let's see. So we need CP fieldwork. We need to open up the course editor. Multiple tools, negative, number of headlands. I really don't care. We can do 2 headlands is fine. We can start on the center, that's fine. Corners, we can actually do sharp because I don't think there's anything around here that's going to block him. We can keep an eye on him. Let's generate the course. That looks pretty nifty. Let's go in here. We want it to start at the first waypoint. And let's kick him off and see what he does here. That's way over on the other corner, isn't it? All right, I know. Folding it up, turning it. I don't know why Courseplay loves to do that, but it does. Uh-oh, are you not gonna? Oh, you are, okay. For a second there, I was thinking, man, he's not even gonna take off on this course for us. So have y'all ever run into that with the hired helpers not seeing the field? That's kind of curious. I haven't run into that yet in 22. I do seem to remember running into that possibly in 17, but I don't really remember running into that on 22. Now I think I told him to start on center. Well, he's getting it done. That side roller is not going to do any good yet until I don't, and I'm wondering too if that roller, the smoother roller there, if that puts a cultivator cultivating texture down. Does the game see that as cultivated or not? We'll have to wait and see how the game sees this done. But that brings us back to our fun we can have, and that is mowing. So we have our swath, outstanding. Fire it up. Lower. Lower. Excuse me, sorry guys for the cough. And we can get to mowing. One of my one of my favorite things to do on the farm. And we don't have any animals to take care of yet. We can if we want to. We can sell bales straight away. We could also consider, we might consider storing storing some hay and grass and straw for when we do get some animals going on this farm. I'm not exactly sure when that will be, if it's going to be anytime soon or not. I think they've done a really nice job with the engine sounds and stuff. And I love watching that grass waterfall coming out of there. So nice. So it's been a good week for Farm Sim overall, I think. I think people are excited about the Vermeer DLC. I think patch 1.7 overall was a success. I don't think there was excuse me, too many issues with it, which is kind of nice. That's always a plus. I think console players had some fixes happen that they were waiting for, which is always good. And I think Giants has had a successful week on their hands overall, I would say. So I think once we get this mowing wrapped up, some nice mowers. I think it won't take long to do this field. And we've got another field over on the other side of the bale barn that we can do. Get our fields plowed up, cultivated. We did buy soil samples for them, so we will probably have to do some liming and fertilizing to get them up to speed, get our yields up. I think on grass like this, it's my understanding at least that fertilizing and liming does not help meadow grass as much like this, as much as it does, you know, the grass that you actually plant. Sorry about that camera jerk there. I'm going to try and do this somewhat neat so that we don't have a lot of cleanup to do. Again, the Vermeer, I'm almost looking for excuses. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm almost looking for excuses now to use that Vermeer self-propelled baler. It's like, man, I just want to run that thing all day. I wish I had that on Elm Creek when I was playing that map, because the last thing I did before I left Elm Creek, I had quite a few fields, and I just grassed them all. I seeded all of them in grass, and I mean, it was a lot of work. Baling. I mowed, I baled, wrapped, and sold a bunch of silage, and I made a killing money-wise, but it was a lot of work, and it would have been so nice to have that Vermeer baler. I think I ended up leasing. No, I ended up buying a Big M. I figured it out, and for that job, owning a Big M paid for itself pretty easily in the long run too. So yeah, I ended up just buying a Big M, mowing. Oh, I know. There was another mod too that I have added to the game as well that I'm curious about, and it's the um, bush mower mod. So I don't know how much that will come in handy here on this East Vineland. I think that's a really cool idea that it turns any in-game mower, as well as my understanding mod mowers, into basically bush mowers, and so you'll be able to mow over um, bushes, stuff like that, when typically before, you would be out mowing and you'd run across a bush and it would just stay there. This mod mows the bushes too, which I really think is a little more realistic and pretty cool. Unless you don't mean to mow the bushes, then you got to replant them. But yeah, Friday we'll wrap up the week with another Buchern episode, which will take us into the weekend. I will probably have some gameplay this weekend. I'm not sure what yet. Just kind of have to wait and see. I'm not sure if I want to do another Kubota episode or Buchern or something different altogether. I really don't know. I was looking the other day and we're 18 episodes into Buchern. That was really surprising to me. And what's even more surprising to me is 18 episodes of Buchern. That's one day. That's just been August. And wow, I was just like, man, that's a lot more than I thought it was going to be, for sure. But let's wrap up this field. We'll call it a day here in East Vineland. I think it's been a successful morning, no doubt. The Vermeer pack equipment showing up at the farm has definitely made a pretty normal Thursday into something pretty exciting. I definitely agree with that. And not to be selfish, but this has been one fun episode for me because I've gotten to do some things that I enjoy most in Farm Sim, and that is mow and bale. Isn't that funny how we all kind of have our own things that we enjoy doing? Like I actually have a friend that loves to do potatoes and sugar beets, in particular potatoes, and I don't understand that fascination, but more power to him. And there we go. We can raise it up, kill it, fold up our equipment, and that is going to do it for today on East Vineland. Let's go see how our buddy is doing. Doing quite well, actually. Excellent. And it does look like putting down a cultivated texture, which isn't necessarily surprising, but what does the map show? Let's see here. Does it show, is he seeded, growing, ready to harvest? Where am I looking here? Cultivated. Nope, it does not show that the ground has been cultivated. But you know where that would really come in handy I just kind of maybe thought of this and is on direct drill planters and seeders, ones that don't require cultivation. I remember on another map I was playing, planting and seeding over this plowed ground is a bit rough. So if you had a direct drill, that would be a lot nicer to plant on top of this smoother ground for sure. So yeah, well, excellent. Well, thank you guys all for joining me again here on East Vineland. Thanks for putting up with me. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless, and I will see you Friday morning. Actually, I'll see you tonight for a mod minute or so, and then Friday morning we'll pick up return. Y'all take care.